Have you ever looked at an old photo of yourself and felt like a completely different person? Really think about it. Have you ever stumbled upon an old picture of yourself and thought, who was that person? I barely recognize them. Maybe the way you smiled was different. Maybe the way you saw the world was completely different. But here's the most shocking part. That past version of you, which once felt so real, now feels like a distant memory. Almost as if it belonged to an entirely different timeline. And what if I told you? That's not just nostalgia. That's evidence that reality is not as fixed as you think. Because the truth is, reality is not something you see. Reality is something you shape. Right now, as you're watching this, you are living in a version of reality that is entirely constructed by your beliefs, your emotions, your subconscious programming. But here's the game-changing question. What if you could shift it? What if you could bend reality itself, just like adjusting the lens of a camera? Well, stay with me, because in this video, we're diving deep into the science and spirituality of reality bending. And at the end of this chapter, I'll share a powerful method that can rewire your perception, allowing you to shift your reality in ways you never imagined. This is not just philosophy. This is backed by neuroscience and quantum physics. So, if you're ready to take control of your reality, keep watching. Now, let's begin. Before I show you how to bend reality, we need to expose one of the biggest lies humanity has ever believed: the illusion of a fixed reality. Most people think that the world around them is something solid, unchanging, and simply happening to them. But science has already proven that this is a lie. The neuroscience shock. You're only seeing what you've been programmed to see. Let's start with a fact so mind-blowing, it will completely change the way you think about reality. Your brain receives 11 million bits of information per second, but you can only consciously process about 50 of them. Yes, out of the millions of data points surrounding you right now, your brain is only letting in a tiny fraction. Now, let me ask you something. Who decides which 50 bits of information you notice? The answer? Your subconscious programming. What does this mean? It means that you are not seeing reality as it truly is. You are only seeing the version of reality that your mind has been conditioned to see. Let me give you a real-life example. The two people, one reality experiment. Imagine two people walking into the same party. The first person sees opportunity, fun, and connection. The second person sees awkwardness, rejection, and discomfort. Same event, completely different realities. Why? Because their minds act like a filter, shaping what they experience based on past conditioning. And here's where it gets even crazier. Quantum physics proves reality is not fixed. You've probably heard of the double-slit experiment, right? If you haven't, here's what you need to know. Scientists discovered that the mere act of observing something changes its behavior. Think about that for a second. Reality literally shifts depending on whether or not you are watching. This means you are not just a passive observer of reality. You are an active creator of it. So, if your perception shapes reality, the question becomes, how can you start controlling what you perceive to bend your reality in your favor? Let's get into the 3 powerful steps to doing this. Step 1. Change your internal filters. Remember how I said your subconscious programming controls what you see? Well, the key to bending reality is reprogramming the filter itself. This filter is controlled by something called the Reticular Activating System, RAS, in your brain. The RAS decides what information you focus on. So, if you want to shift your reality, you must consciously program your RAS to start noticing different things. How to hack your brain's filter instead of saying, I never have good luck. Ask yourself, where is luck already showing up in my life? Instead of, I'm stuck, ask, what's one thing I can change today? This tiny mental shift literally reprograms your brain to start noticing new opportunities, new solutions, and new possibilities. And the more you do it, the more your reality shifts. Step 2. Use the neuroscience of visualization. Here's where it gets even crazier. Studies show that visualizing an experience activates the same neurons as actually living it. Yes, that means your brain cannot tell the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. Example, athletes who train with their minds. There was a study on basketball players. One group physically practiced free throws. The second group only imagined practicing, but never touched a ball. The result? Both groups improved almost the same amount. This means, if you visualize your goal as if it's already happening, your brain treats it as real. Close your eyes. Visualize your goal as if it's happening now. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel? Feel it deeply. The stronger the emotion, the faster the manifestation. This is how reality starts shifting in your favor. Step 3. Reprogram your subconscious. With affirmations, remember, 95% of your life is controlled by your subconscious mind. If you don't reprogram it, you will keep experiencing the same patterns. Bruce Lipton's research on epigenetics proves this. Your repeated thoughts literally rewire your biology and mindset. How to use affirmations. Effectively, use present tense. I am already living my highest reality. Make it emotionally charged. Feel the words in your body. Repeat daily, with conviction. You are already bending reality. Now, here's the truth. You are not just a passenger in this reality. You are the navigator. Every day, with every thought, every belief, you are shaping what comes next. The real question is, which reality will you choose to step into? What if I told you that your reality isn't something happening to you, but something happening through you? Think about that for a second. Everything you experience, your relationships, your finances, your happiness, is not just a reaction to the outside world. It's a direct reflection of your inner world. Now, if this sounds too mystical, let me hit you with something shocking. Neuroscience and quantum physics are proving that your mind is actively shaping what you experience. Right now, you might be thinking, wait, are you saying my thoughts alone are creating my reality? Yes, but not in the way you might think, because it's not just about what you think. It's about what you expect, believe, and emotionally tune into. We tend to think of our eyes like cameras, capturing what's happening around us. But this is completely false. Your brain isn't recording reality. It's assembling it. Here's what I mean. The neuroscience of reality creation. Every second, your brain is bombarded with millions of bits of data, but it can only process about 50 bits at a time. That means your mind is filtering out 99.99999% of the world around you, and only letting in what it believes is important. Now here's the key. What your brain believes is important is determined by your past experiences, beliefs, and subconscious programming. Let me give you a real-life example. The new car phenomenon. Have you ever bought a new car? And suddenly, you start seeing that exact same car everywhere? That car was always there. The difference is, your brain wasn't filtering it in before. Your Reticular Activating System, RAS, had been programmed to ignore it. Now, apply this to everything else in your life. If you believe opportunities are rare, your brain filters reality to confirm that belief. If you believe money flows easily, your brain starts noticing ways to attract it. Whatever your subconscious mind expects to see, it will find. This is why two people can live in the same city, in the same economy, with the same resources, but one sees endless opportunities while the other only sees struggle. Reality isn't what's happening to you. Reality is what you are trained to notice. Now, if the brain science wasn't wild enough, let's go deeper into quantum mechanics. You've probably heard people say things like, your thoughts create your reality. But how does this actually work? One of the most mind-blowing discoveries in physics is something called the observer effect. Here's what happened. Scientists found that when tiny particles, like electrons, weren't being observed, they existed in multiple places at once, like a wave of infinite possibilities. But the moment a scientist observed them, they collapsed into a single, definite state. Now, why is this important? Because this proves that consciousness influences reality at a fundamental level. Your attention literally collapses infinite possibilities into the reality you experience. This means your expectations, beliefs, and focus aren't just influencing your perception, they are actively shaping what exists in your world. Think about that. At any given moment, Infinite realities exist, but the one you experience is the one you expect to see. So, if you could change your expectations, you could change your reality, right? Yes. And that brings us to the next piece of the puzzle. How to shift your reality in real time. So now that you understand, your brain is filtering your experience, and your consciousness is influencing reality, the question becomes, how do you start shifting your reality right now? Let me introduce you to the 3-step reality bending formula. Step 1. Rewire your perception with what-if questions. Your brain is like a supercomputer. The problem? Most people are running old, outdated software. But here's a hack. Your brain is wired to answer any question you give it. So instead of saying, "Why is life so hard?" your brain will find answers to prove life is hard. Try this instead. What if everything is working out perfectly for me? Your brain will start searching for evidence that things are improving. This is scientifically proven to shift your perception. Reality bending. Prompt. Every morning, ask yourself, what if today is filled with unexpected miracles? And watch how your day changes. Step 2. Use the future memory technique. Here's something most people don't realize. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a real memory and an imagined one. That's why when you recall an embarrassing moment from years ago, you still feel it in your body. Now, here's how you hack this. If you repeatedly visualize your future self as if it's already happening, your brain will start treating it as a memory. And once something is a memory, your subconscious starts making decisions based on it. Try this. Close your eyes. Imagine your future self 1 year from now, living your dream life. See every detail. Feel the emotions. Make it real. The more you do this, the more your subconscious rewires to align your reality with this vision. Step 3. Speak reality-bending affirmations. Let's make this clear. Your subconscious is programmed by repetition. This is why repeating the right affirmations is a powerful way to bend reality. Try these. I am already living my highest reality. Every day, new opportunities flow to me. I am a magnet for success, love, and abundance. Say them with emotion. Feel them as already real. Over time, your subconscious will adapt to this new reality and start filtering the world accordingly. Every emotion, every belief, every expectation you hold, right now, is shaping what you experience. And here's the twist. Reality is not happening to you. It's happening through you. So what if you could change it? What if you could step into an entirely new version of reality? One where your dreams already exist. I know this sounds like science fiction, but today, I'm going to prove to you that it's not. Because both neuroscience and quantum mechanics reveal something shocking. Your mind is bending reality every second of the day. You're just not aware of it. And once you learn how to control this process, you'll never see the world the same way again. Stay with me, because in this chapter you'll discover why your brain is tricking you into a limited version of reality. The scientific proof that you are actively shaping what happens to you. A powerful technique to start shifting your reality immediately. And at the end of this, I'll give you a method used by top athletes, CEOs, and spiritual masters to program their subconscious and manifest the impossible. But first, let's break the biggest illusion of all. 1. The illusion of a fixed reality. The brain is lying to you. Most people assume that they are passively experiencing the world, that what they see, hear, and feel is just what's out there. But this is a complete illusion. Your brain is not showing you reality. Your brain is showing you a version of reality, one that matches your beliefs. Let's prove it. The invisible gorilla experiment. How your brain ignores reality. There's a famous psychology study where researchers asked participants to watch a video of people passing a basketball. The participants were told to count how many times the ball was passed. Simple, right? But here's the crazy part. During the video, a person in a full gorilla costume walks through the scene, stops, beats their chest, and walks away. Now you'd think everyone would notice, right? Wrong. More than 50% of the participants never saw the gorilla. Why? Because their brains weren't expecting it, so they filtered it out. Let that sink in. If your brain can literally delete something as obvious as a gorilla walking through a video, What else is it deleting from your reality right now? The science of perception. You are seeing what you believe. Remember this, you don't see reality as it is. You see reality as you are. This is why. Two people can look at the same situation and experience completely different realities. Example: a person who believes money is hard to make will literally not notice opportunities for wealth around them. A person who believes money flows easily will start seeing endless opportunities. Same world, different realities. Reality bends based on your focus and beliefs. Now, let's go even deeper. The double-slit experiment. The proof that reality responds to you. If you've heard about the double-slit experiment, you already know where this is going. But if you haven't, prepare for your mind to be blown. The experiment that changed everything. Scientists fired tiny particles, like electrons, through two slits in a wall. When nobody was watching, the electrons behaved like waves, spreading out in multiple places at once. But the moment a scientist observed them, the electrons changed. They started behaving like solid particles. Now, why is this shocking? Because it proves that the simple act of observing something changes how it behaves. Think about that. Reality literally shifts depending on whether or not you're paying attention. What does this mean for you? It means that your focus and awareness are shaping your world more than you realize. So, if reality responds to observation, what are you observing in your life? If you're constantly focusing on problems lack struggle, then, guess what? You're collapsing a reality where those things continue to exist. But if you shift your observation to abundance, opportunities, expansion, then you start collapsing a reality where those things become real. This is why shifting your focus shifts your world. The secret to bending reality. 3 steps to change your perception. Now that you understand that your brain filters reality and your observation influences it, the next step is, how do you control it? Here's a powerful 3-step technique to start bending your reality right now. Step 1. Train your brain to see a new reality. As we learned, your brain filters out what it doesn't expect. But what if you could reprogram it? The hack. Every morning ask yourself, what if today brings unexpected miracles? What if this incredible opportunity is already on its way to me? This simple shift makes your brain start looking for new possibilities. Try it for a week and watch what happens. Step 2. The reality rehearsal method. Want to know how top athletes and billionaires bend reality in their favor? They practice their success in their minds before it happens. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and real experience. Example: studies show that basketball players who only visualize practicing improve almost as much as those who physically practice. So, how can you use this? The hack. Every day, visualize yourself already living your desired reality. Feel what it's like. See the details. Make it real in your mind. The more real it feels, the faster your subconscious will align your actions with this new reality. Step 3. Speak your reality into existence. Words have power. Your subconscious absorbs whatever you tell it repeatedly. So if you keep saying, "I'm not good enough," "I can't do this," your mind will filter reality to confirm those beliefs. But if you start saying, "I am already stepping into my highest reality," "I am attracting opportunities effortlessly," your brain will start filtering reality to match those statements. What you say becomes what you see. Here's the truth. Your reality is already shifting based on your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. But if you don't know how to overcome the number one reason people fail, your reality will keep snapping back to the same old patterns. This is why some people manifest results effortlessly, while others struggle for years. Some people shift into a new version of themselves, while others stay stuck, repeating the same cycles. So what's the real reason people fail to bend reality? It's not about intelligence. It's not about effort. It's about understanding the hidden force that pulls you back to your old timeline. And in this chapter, I'm going to expose the invisible reason your reality keeps repeating itself. Why your mind resists change, even when you consciously want it. A powerful method to finally break free and shift into a new reality for good. If you've ever struggled to make real changes in your life, This is the breakthrough you've been waiting for. You've probably heard the phrase, "Your thoughts create your reality." And that's true. But what nobody tells you is, your subconscious is programmed to keep you in the same reality, no matter how badly you want to change. Why? Because of something called homeostasis, the brain's resistance to change. Your brain is designed to keep you in familiar patterns, even if those patterns are limiting or painful. Here's how it works. Your brain sees change as a threat. Anything unfamiliar triggers fear and resistance. Your subconscious will try to pull you back into what feels safe, even if safe means staying broke, stuck, or unhappy. This is why you set a goal, but then self-sabotage. You try to reprogram your mind, but keep falling back into old habits. You get a big opportunity, but somehow things always go wrong. It's not because you're failing, it's because your subconscious is programmed to resist change. But here's the good news. Once you learn how to override this resistance, you can shift into a new reality, permanently. Now let me show you how. Have you ever tried to stretch a rubber band, only for it to snap back into place? That's exactly how your subconscious mind works. The further you try to stretch beyond your old identity, the stronger the pull to go back. This is why people who try to manifest wealth often end up back in financial struggles. Find love, sabotage relationships, build success, but can't sustain it. They are trying to shift into a new reality while still being energetically tied to their old one. But there's a way to break free. The key is understanding something called the identity lock. The real reason you can't shift. Here's what most people don't realize. You can't manifest a new reality while still identifying with your old self, because no matter how much you visualize, affirm, or journal, if deep down you still believe you're the same person, your reality will keep reflecting that back to you. For example, if you see yourself as someone who struggles, you will unconsciously attract struggle, even if you affirm abundance. If you see yourself as unlucky in love, you will sabotage relationships, even if you script the perfect partner. This is why manifestation techniques fail for most people. They focus on changing external reality, without changing their core identity. The real shift happens when you stop trying to change your reality and start seeing yourself as the version of you who already has it. So how do you do this? Instead of trying to manifest something outside of you, step into the identity of the person who already has it. Here's how. Step 1. Identify your current identity. Ask yourself, what identity am I still holding on to that is keeping me stuck in this reality? Examples. I am someone who always struggles with money. I never get lucky in relationships. Success is hard for me. These beliefs are acting like an invisible cage, keeping you trapped in your current reality. Step 2. Shift into the already have it identity. Instead of trying to attract something, embody the version of you who already has it. Example, if you want to be financially free, don't affirm I want money. Act as the person who already is financially abundant. How would they think? How would they move? What choices would they make? Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so the more you embody this, the faster your subconscious accepts it. Step 3. Rewire with I am affirmations. Your subconscious takes whatever follows I am as truth, so start using affirmations that reinforce your new identity. I am already living in my highest reality. I am the kind of person who attracts success effortlessly. I am a magnet for abundance, love, and opportunity. Repeat these with emotion, because emotion locks identity into the subconscious. Step 4. Take aligned action. Manifestation isn't just about thinking differently. It's about acting from your new reality. Ask yourself, if I already had what I wanted, what actions would I take today? Then do them. Even small actions create momentum. The moment you start behaving as the version of you who already has what you desire, your external world will start shifting to match. Think about this. The money in your bank account, the relationships in your life, the way people treat you, the opportunities or lack of them around you. What if all of it was simply a mirror, responding to your own energy, beliefs, and expectations? Because here's the truth. Reality is not something happening to you. It's something happening because of you. You are not just a character in this story. You are the author. And once you fully understand this, something incredible happens. You gain the power to shift timelines at will. So, in this final chapter, I'm going to reveal the ultimate truth about reality bending that most people miss: how to break free from the illusion of limitation forever. A step-by-step technique to take full control of your reality starting today. By the time you finish this video, you will never see the world the same way again. Imagine you're sitting in a movie theater. On the screen, you see images of your life, your job, your finances, your relationships. But now, imagine you turn around, and behind you, there's a projector. That projector is your mind. Everything you see on the screen is coming from that projector. Change the film in the projector, and the entire movie changes. Now, here's what's shocking. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change the screen. Instead of changing the projector, they try to fix their money problems without fixing their beliefs about money. Manifest love without changing their self-worth. Find success without seeing themselves as successful first. And that's why they stay stuck in the same reality, over and over again. The secret to bending reality is shifting the projector, not the screen. Now that you understand that reality is a projection of your own mind, the next question is, how do you shift the projection? The answer is a simple 3-step process used by quantum thinkers, spiritual masters, and high-level manifestors. Step 1. Shift your default frequency. Your reality is a perfect match for your dominant energy. If your dominant state is stress, your reality reflects more stress. If your dominant state is abundance, your reality reflects abundance. This is why manifestation techniques don't work if your frequency doesn't shift. The key is to start vibrating at the frequency of the reality you want to experience. How to shift frequencies? Quickly. Identify the feeling of your desired reality. Is it peace, excitement, confidence? Start generating that feeling now, before anything changes in your external world. Hold that frequency daily, until your reality catches up. The moment your internal energy shifts, reality bends to match it. Step 2. Collapse the old reality by detaching from it. Here's something most people don't realize. The reason their new reality doesn't manifest is because they are still emotionally attached to their old one. Example, someone trying to manifest wealth still emotionally reacts to not having enough money. Someone trying to attract love still feels attached to the pain of past relationships. As long as you are emotionally tied to the old timeline, you can't shift to a new one. How to collapse the old reality? Stop emotionally reacting to your current reality. See it as a past version of you that is fading away. Only give energy to the new reality you are stepping into. The less attention you give to the old reality, the faster it disappears. Step 3. Embody the new reality before it appears. Here's the biggest secret of all. Your reality doesn't change first. You change first. Then reality follows. Most people wait for the money to show up before feeling abundant, the relationship to appear before feeling loved, the success to come before feeling confident. That's backwards. You must become the version of you who already has it. Now. How to do this? Act like the version of you who already has what you desire. Make decisions as if you are already in that reality. 3. Train your nervous system to accept this new identity as normal. And here's where most people get stuck. They try to reprogram their minds, but their subconscious resistance pulls them back into their old patterns. That's why high-level manifestors use scientific shortcuts to accelerate the shift. Neuroscientists have discovered that certain sound frequencies can bypass the conscious mind and reprogram the subconscious effortlessly, like the theta wave. Imagine being able to rewire your brain for abundance, confidence, and success, just by listening to specific audio frequencies. That's exactly what Genius Wave does. It's a powerful neuroacoustic technology that helps you shift your brainwaves and energy state, so you can automatically align with the reality you desire. If you're serious about bending your reality faster, I highly recommend you try it. Click the link on the description and start reprogramming your subconscious today. Your mind is the projector. Change the frequency. And reality has no choice but to follow. And before you go, comment below. I am shifting my reality now. Because the moment you claim it, is the moment the shift begins.